to do today is look at some recipes at how we can make the lunchbox healthy.
Hi, I'm Renee. I'm a naturopath by occupation and also for interest, because I love health and try to teach people healthy ways of living. So right into the nutritional side of things, and if you have any questions throughout the cooking demonstration, yeah, just ask me if I don't know on what skills, but we'll do our best to answer your questions and give you some good alternatives for Lunchbox.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeanette, and I just love cooking healthy food, whether it's in Lunchbox or on the table. Enjoy. I'm a mum of 2 boys, and that was many lunchboxes.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm a mum. I have a almost 2-year-old boy and a 2-month-old little girl, and I love just making healthy food for them. I want to raise them to know how to take care of their body. So, okay, and then turn it down to low and let it simmer. It takes about half an hour for the brown rice to cook really well. You want it to cook so it's nice and soft and sticky. Ingredients in.
Source of fibre, so good to get our bowels moving, and also the bran as well has a lot of your B vitamins. So B vitamins are really important for energy production, so they're a good source of energy, I guess, and particularly for your kids' lunch boxes, keeps them going. What's the base of our potato?
So we've got some white potato and some sweet potato. So you may not have used the sweet potato as potato chips before, but they work really nicely, and they're a healthy alternative to the white as well.
Yeah, so with our sweet potato, it's got that beautiful orange colour to it, so it's really high in a substance called beta-carotene, which your body will actually convert across into vitamin A. So it's really good for skin health, eye health. Particularly in processed foods, we're getting large amounts of that sodium and chloride. So people talk about blood pressure going up, arteries hardening, those kinds of things. That's generally due to, well, there's various factors, but as far as the salt is concerned, the sodium and the chloride will tend to cause those kinds of changes.
What we're going to do first though is we're going to cook up the dates a little bit, because dates are very hard, they're full of fibre. We're going to add them to a saucepan and add just enough water to cover the dates. So we're going to use 1 tin of the tinned tomatoes and 2 tablespoons of the tomato paste.
You've got your cold press option or your regular olive oil. So cold press is a particular technique where they squeeze the oil out of the olive and no heat is used in that process. So you've got the full nutrient spectrum that remains in that oil as opposed to various properties that are lost when it's heated. So cold pressed olive oil is your most nutritious, but it's best not to heat the cold pressed olive oil, otherwise you're just going against the process that they just use to squeeze it out nicely for you. So cold pressed olive oil is preferable on salads and things, or poured over something after you've cooked it. But yeah, otherwise regular olive oil, almond, coconut oil, they're fantastic for cooking your chippies and things. Rice bran oil, sorry, yeah, that's not what.
If we can afford it, avocado oil, according to the vegetable.
Yeah, avocado oil is fairly stable too, so yeah, your various oils will have different flavours as well. Rice bran is probably your least flavoured in a way, like your avocado oil and your coconut oil, macadamia oil, they'll leave a slightly different flavour. Sea salts actually do have the most diverse mineral spectrum in that there's plants in the ocean, like the seaweeds, so you're getting a lot more minerals from those plants as opposed to your land salts. But even with your land salts, depending on where they're derived, you can still get a lot of those minerals like iron in them. But yeah, it's just a difference in the various minerals that give you colours. The first thing
use is the garlic, so I'll just pop the garlic in. Then we have sun-dried tomatoes or capsicum. Okay, so I'll just put the capsicum in. I have washed my hands before you, so it's all good. And we need 150 grams, which is approximately half a cup.
People talk about using apple cider vinegar as opposed to your other vinegars.
And if you prefer something even more nutritious, use the whole grain rice and corn. So I'm just going to use that today, and it thickens up just as nice as it did if it was nuts. So just cook it, and this is what the situation looks like, of course. And that's what the packet looks like, and what it looks like now.
Yeah, so a lot of people are going gluten-free, steering away from wheat, rye, all those kinds of grains that contain gluten, which, yeah, admittedly a lot of people do have trouble processing and digesting those particular grains. But if you go the whole grain version, if you don't have a problem digesting wheat or rye, then your whole grain pastas are actually more nutritious than your gluten-free options, which do tend to be a bit more refined. They do use the most refined flours. But yeah, again, that's a big option if you do have problems digesting gluten.
So what I'm going to do now is going to just this up. So it's going to make a little bit So there we go. Don't despair, that sounds like a lot, but I mean, goodness me, this comes out to about 50 crackers, and I'm sure you're not going to sit down and eat 50 crackers. So, you know, when you start thinking like that, it's really not that bad. Instead of using dried onion powder, I just use the fresh. It's up to you totally.
So oats are fantastic for helping lowering blood cholesterol, and so therefore good for overall cardiovascular health and blood pressure and that type of thing. Also really high in fibre, and has anyone ever had an oat bath before?
Oh,
sounds good. Fantastic. Now let's try this when we go home. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, if you get oats and actually put them in a bit of a cloth like a muslin or something, or chucks, and just squeeze them in the bathtub, you'll see that it puts out this beautiful, like milky kind of creamy looking substance. And when you get it, it's so nice and smooth on the skin. So when you actually eat oats, it helps to actually line our mucous membrane and works as an anti-inflammatory on our mucous membrane. So it's really good for digestive health as well as your cholesterol. So many benefits to oats.
Virgin coconut oil and organic coconut nectar. And let me tell you, it's yum. It's really good. But if you want to know where it comes from, come to Willie.
It's good to get into the habit of actually, when you're purchasing things off your shelves, to actually flip it around and have a look at your ingredients. Generally, the fewer the ingredients, the better it is in general. So if you're looking for, well, actually, we'll use the example of crackers because we made those before. Sometimes you can get crackers that have about 20 different things on the list, and the last 10 of those are numbers. Whereas it should just be like, say, wholemeal flour, water and salt, like something like that. Really simple. The fewer ingredients, the better.
So now, guys, I'm going to go into Nutella. So if you're wondering what the grains are, I'm going to make a little bit of a noise.
Wow, machine. The whole place is rocking.
Little river. Okay. So this looks pretty well done, which is good.
Delicious.
Now you probably just do the same thing, you know, in your food processor.
Thinking chocolate dipped strawberries, cupcakes.
Chocolate total. I mean, I would use chocolate when you, maybe I shouldn't have, but anyway, just taste it. I would say maybe not so much cacao powder in it, being organic, maybe it's really dense. It is quite strong, but if you use the cacao powder, you know, your spreads or your dips right beside there.
Be your own homemade snack.
Totally. Yeah.